Hello friends, today we will learn one more elementary transformation example that is from your book. The example is from the page which is on the page number 51 exercise question number 6 4, or the same example is there, you will find it in miscellaneous exam exercise 2a question number 7 9. So in both the cases they have said that find inverse of the given matrix. This matrix is repeated in both the examples by elementary transformations. Now we are actually going to find out it by elementary transformations so that we will get one more practice. So here now first of all the step is that whether the inverse exists or not, and that is why we will have to find out the determinant of the corresponding matrix. The value of the determinant, you know how to find it out, which we get it as 1 here. In this case you can always check it over, which is not equal to 0 and hence inverse exists. So the matrix is invertible. Now since they have told you to start with the elementary transformation, you want to find out by elementary transformations, we will now take the identity A into A inverse equals to I. Now we know already that this particular identity we use it for row transformations. Remember that since it is a prefactor, the known given value of A is to be this, which is we can write it, and the identity matrix also you can write directly. Now the first step, this is where we will start with. The step first is I have to complete the first column because we are using row transformations. Now since we have to complete the first column, this means that we have to get over here 1. Now in the previous example we have seen that 1 was already there, so we didn't know how to find out how to get 1 over here instead of the number. Okay, now there are two ways, or actual many more ways are there. Now which way we are going to select is that the transformation I can select is that Ri changes to k times Ri. Here to convert the number 2 into 1, we can consider k as upon 2, 1 upon 2 times the row, first row. Now here this means that I can divide by 2. Now when I want to divide by 2 to the this element, I have to do it for all the elements on this side and that side. So what you will get is, no doubt we will get 1 over here, but while dividing I will get minus 1 upon 2, or I will get here 1 upon 2, which is a fraction. So at the first step only, to get 1 you will actually deal with the fractions at once. We don't want to deal the fractions at the previous step, at the first step, and so we will avoid this using that transformation. So but what is the way out? Then we can see here there is a 0 over here, so no effect will be there. Whatever you multiply by or divide by, 0 will become 0 only. So with the help of 0 we are not able to get 1, but with the help of any other number we can get 1. Now there are ways, one more way, that what I can see here is 5. So 5 minus 4 if I do, I will get 1, no doubt, but in this place. I want the 1 in this place. So one more can be done is that I can multiply by 3 over here, so that I will get 6. and 6 minus 5 in the next step will give me 1. So I will prefer now to multiply by 3. It is your choice. You can multiply by 2 so that R2 minus R1 you will get it as 1. But 1 will be in the R2 in that case, and you will have to interchange the rows. So I don't want to interchange the rows, so I prefer this. R1 changes to 3 times R1. The moment I say 3 times R1, I have to multiply by 3 to each one, and here we are getting that. Okay. Now the next step is, till now, even though we have changed something, we have considered a transformation, we are not getting 1 here. So our main motive is to convert this number into 1, and that is why now you can note 6 minus 5 can be 1, and so R1 we want to change. So R1 changes to R1 minus R2, because in R2 you are getting 5. So R1 minus R2, this is the decision we are going to take, and that will lead you to get 1 over here ultimately. Obviously, if you are subtracting R2 from R1, we have to do it for every element in R2 and R1. Okay, so 0 minus 1 minus 1 minus 3 minus 0, 3 minus 0 1, 0 minus 1 is minus 1, 0 minus 0 is 0. Now ultimately we get 1 over here. That was the great task. Now we are going to complete the whole column, and for that ready-made 0 is there, but here there is no 0. So now the trick is that in which place we want 0 is R2. So R2 will get changed, and for that what will be RK is the opposite of this number, that is minus 5, and then since we are completing the first column, we will consider R1 to make over, change over. So the transformation becomes R2 changes to R2 minus 5 times R1. Okay, so here we will get that R2 changes to R2 minus 5 times. So 5 minus 5 times 1 is 0. Then 1 minus of minus 5, minus 1 becomes plus 5. So gives you plus 5 plus 1 as 6. In the same manner, 0 minus 3 into minus 5 is plus 15. So 0 plus 15 is 15. In the same manner, here also 0 minus 3 into 5 into 3, that is minus 15. So you get minus 15. Here it is the same way we did here, the same numbers are there, so you will get 6, and 0 minus anything times 0 is 0, so we get 0 over here. So this is how the R2 changes, and now the first column is complete. Now we switch over to the second column. Now once again, here there is no ready 1. In the previous example we have seen that there was ready-made 1 over here, or could be minus 1. So what's very simple. Now how to go about it is that I have to get 1 over here. The simplest way is, see that when we complete the first column, now to get 1 over here, we won't make use of R1. Remember this. Once you complete the first column, we are not going to make use of the first row to get 1 over here. Why? Because see that in this 2 rows 0 0 is there. So whatever you do with R2 and R3, you have to get 0. But when I say R2 minus R1, see that when R2 minus R1 is there, you will get 0 minus 1 as minus 1. So this will get changed, and that is why when you complete the first column, This means that to get 1 over here, we are going to ignore R1 in that case. Only R2 and R3 will help you to get 1 over here. Okay. So here ready-made 1 is there in R3, and so one combination is R2 and R3 you can interchange. So that we can get 1 over here. And there is one more option left to you, is that I have not written that. Now I will tell you that R2, I want to make this as 1. Now 6 minus 5, we did it here. 6 minus 5 is 1. So if this becomes 5, then I could get it as 1. No? 6 minus 5 is 1. So what way I can do is that R2 changes to R2. Why? Because I want to get 1 over in the second row. So R2 changes to R2, no doubt about it. What will be my K is that I have to get 5 over here. Simple one. 1 multiplied by 5 is 5. So I have to get 5. But I have to subtract it from this. And so minus 5 times which row I am using is R3. See that when first column, again I am repeating, when first column is completed, the R1 is prohibited to get 1 over here, and so don't look at that row at all. I have to make use of R3. So either in this way or in this way, I have to make use of R3 to get 1. So we are following it in this way, that R2 interchange with R3. So here we have interchange R3, and now the task is that to complete the second column. And then in the second column already 1 is over there. Now we have to bring zeros here in R1 as well as R3. In R1, K becomes the opposite of this, that becomes plus 1. So, and since we are completing the second column, R2 we are going to make use of. Rj becomes R2 in both the cases. So R1 plus R2 will give me 0 automatically. In the same manner, R3 minus, see that the opposite of 6 is minus 6, so minus 6k is, and I am using R2 because I am completing C2. This is that. So we consider these transformations now and find out accordingly. R1 plus R2, you can do it. R1 plus R2, luckily we are getting 0 over here. Good. Then 3 plus 0 minus 1 plus 0, 0 plus 1. In the same manner, R3 is also we are going to change. R3 minus 6 times whatever you do, you will get 0. 6 minus 6 times 1 is 0. 15 minus 6 times 3 is 18. 15 minus 18 is minus 3. Minus 15 minus 6 times 0 is minus 15. Again there is 0, so nothing will change. But here 0 minus 6 times 1 will give you minus 6. So this is how we are getting the R3 also. Now the next, switch over to the next. Here also we have to bring 1. Now see that we have completed the first column, the second column too. This means that we are not going to make use of either of R1 or R2 now to get 1 over here. So only the help is we have to consider R3, and how to get then 1 is nothing but R3 upon this number. R3 upon minus 3 is 1, and hence I am going to write divide by minus 3. So I may now come across the fractions, but luckily you can see that it is divisible by 3, all the 3 numbers, and that is why we are not actually getting the fractions, but this is the step where you may get the fractions. Okay, so here this is that divide by minus 3, we are getting these many numbers that you can see. Now complete the whole third column, and for that I have to bring 0 over here. Only R2 I want to change, and for that the opposite of this is -3. And now which column we are completing is C3, so we will make of R3, use of R3. And so this is the transformation, and accordingly you will get, no doubt about it, is 0, but because of this 0 1 will not get changed, and here in this manner of course this will get changed because we are actually changing R2 minus 3 times 5, that is minus 15. So 0 minus 15 is minus 15, 0 plus 6 is a plus 6, 1 minus 6 is minus 5, and hence we get the identity matrix ultimately, and identity matrix multiplied by any matrix is same, and so ultimately we are getting the inverse as this. Stop.